An Owego County man is facing animal cruelty charges after a puppy was rescued with a leather strap wrapped around its neck. 13 on your side's Elena Holland introduces us to Hank and shares his story of survival.
What you doing?
Hank is a 1-year-old happy labradoodle who loves to snuggle his adoptive mom, Alex Govitz.
He just wants to play and love.
But about 6 months ago, Hank was picked up by an animal rescue group from a breeder in Fremont with signs of abuse.
Just seemed like he had never really had any human interaction before.
And we quickly noticed that Hank had a leather strap through his mouth.
That strap was some type of leather collar. It had clearly been on the puppy's face for some time as it began to grow into his skin and became infected. We won't show you the graphic photos, but the founder of Michigan Doodle Rescue Connect, who calls herself Nana Doodle, explains what she saw.
This leather strap actually went through his mouth, so like a bridle, horse bridle, through his mouth, and then it was embedded, so the crease of his cheek, it was embedded about 1.5 inches deep, which carried around to each side of his mouth.
Court documents show a warrant was authorized for the breeder, David Yoder of Fremont, on charges of abandonment and cruelty to one animal. Yoder is set to be arraigned later this month.
One of the most important things, I think, is to create awareness that this is really happening. We're not going to be silent. We're going to speak up for the animals.
Hank spent a week in the animal hospital in Clare. He slowly healed and was eventually adopted by Govitz, the surgical assistant who helped with Hank's recovery.
And I said, "Are you really serious? Do you really, really want to adopt Hank?" And she said, "Yes." And I handed her the leash and I said, "Here's your dog."
Hank is now living with Govitz in Beaverton and doing well. He does have scars and his gums did not grow completely back. He will need extra care the rest of his life.
To come from such a bad situation or from being hurt in such a bad way and to see him grow the way that he has has just been amazing.
Govitz said she's glad the breeder is facing consequences for what happened to Hank, but the feeling is bittersweet.
It's really painful to think about. And I know that he's not the only one that it happens to, which is really sad that you can take such a vulnerable being and treat them in a way that is so inhumane.
Elena Holland, 13 on your side.